Hi guys, my name is Jason Lanier. I'm going to tell you why creatives sometimes struggle and 5 ways for you to make more money out there.
So you're freelance?
Always.
Any good?
The best.
Oh.
Well, now.
I need a photographer.
Now, as creatives, artists, photographers, whatever we are, we're inherently born to share. And many times we don't care if it's free. That's part of the problem.
I've never been photographed by a professional before. I'd really appreciate it. I can pay you.
No, I'd like to.
We want to make the world a better place with our work, and we want to share our vision for what the world should be. Well, that's all fine and good, but that can only last so long. There's nothing romantic about being a starving artist, guys. You got to make money.
For the money, for the glory, and for the fun. Mostly for the money.
As we speak, you're currently watching this on the smartest social media platform on the planet, YouTube. Why is it the smartest? Because it's mutually beneficial. YouTube makes boatloads of money, I mean a lot, but the artists get to make some of that money too. So my question has been, why don't the other social media platforms incentivize us and pay us? Because we're really what keeps their platforms going.
Wait a second. You're making $500,000 on this deal?
Roughly.
If anyone out there created a non-video centric YouTube version of social media, I think people would love it.
I say it's time to start making money from the Facebook, but Mark doesn't want to advertise you. Who's right?
The Facebook is cool. That's what it's got going for it.
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin it with ads because ads aren't cool.
Exactly.
But what we've seen from Facebook, Instagram, and everything else, first they open it up, they give you all this access, and your spread and your reach is great, but then they contract it, they crush it.
I know. Oh, I killed it!
And in order for you to reach the people that you have worked so hard to gain as a following, you have to sponsor a post.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
The reason I bring all this up is because I was contacted by a new social media platform to be an early adopter, a founding member. But as I was speaking with their developers today, I started asking questions, and the thing that was really surprising was this gentleman said to me, "You're the only creative that's asked us that."
We have sort of a problem here.
And my question was simple. How are you guys going to make money at this? And they said, well, ads. And I said, well, cool. Do I get any of that money? He looked and he said, you know, that's something that we got to take a look at.
Wow, that's a great question.
And it makes you wonder, why do we give all of our hard work to Instagram and Facebook and all these companies so they make money? They're geniuses. They make money on our work.
$100 billion.
So until somebody out there creates this non-YouTube but YouTube-like ad sharing thing between creatives and social media, here are 5 suggestions for you to make money as a creative.
Because money walks and bull talks.
Number 1, look to double dip, baby. Make sure that your actions are not wasted. Maybe you're updating your portfolio, but you can also do things that you could possibly sell. Hey, if I'm going to spend my time and money setting up a home studio, don't do it for one shoot. Don't do it for just one video. Think long term about how every action you take can actually turn back into money for you.
Did you just double dip that shit?
You dip the way you want to dip. I'll dip the way I want to dip.
Give me the chip!
Hey!
Number 2, build multiple revenue streams. This is something that successful businesses do all the time. It's why you walk into a Target and you see CVS Pharmacy, and now they have grocery shopping, and then they sell everything on the planet. So how am I doing that? Well, workshops, client work, YouTube, Patreon, podcasts. I'm doing multiple things to make money, because if you're living off of one thing, my friend, when that time comes up and that's no longer the it thing, you're done. So build multiple revenue streams, guys. If you're only a wedding photographer and that's all you do, you're going to struggle when you have something like freaking COVID-19. You have to be diversified.
And there's a good place in this world for money. Yes, sir. And I know where it is. It's right here in my pocket.
Number 3, Monetize your actions. I want you guys to think about this. Everything that you do has to have an angle to it. Every time I go out and I do a shoot, I do a video, whatever it is, I'm thinking, okay, how can I make money at this? How can I have this bounce back to me and capitalize on money? How do we capture revenue from this experience? So when I fly out to Florida and I shoot, I'm thinking, okay, if I go and do this shoot, maybe I can sell some prints from this. I'll post a video and I'll get ad revenue off of YouTube. I will use this to entice people to want to learn from me and come to a workshop. Everything that I do is based upon monetizing my actions.
I think all we ever talk about is money. We should be having fun. Money is fun.
I'll tell you what, anyone who has worked with me will tell you I am an artist at my heart. I love creating, and if I didn't have to make money and I could just take pictures, I would.
I'm an artist, man.
But if I don't have money, I can't create. So think about that when you're out there. How is my action right now going to result in some sort of a monetary gain? Some of those gains will be short-term, some will be long-term. But you have to think about how you can monetize your actions to make money.
What are your superpowers again?
I'm rich.
4, check for future trends, my friends. Are you living in the past? Are you kind of in the present? Or are you possibly from the future? You know, think about the people who got lost on MySpace.
So they say the more friends you have on MySpace, the less friends you have in real life.
Well, Facebook's going to go that way too. And Instagram will go that way. And yes, eventually, at some point, YouTube will too. Everything changes. And you have to think about that. In the photography industry, I was saying 6-7 years ago, hey guys, DSLRs, they're going to be done. And now they are.
Hey, Marshall! You ever get tired of being wrong? I do. I really do.
Think about photography conventions. They're going to go out of business.
It's nothing. It's empty space. I never taught the computer how to read empty space.
Or changed drastically. You have to think and kind of be a Nostradamus out there and think about what the future trends are so you're not left behind. Last but not least, rainy day funds. Guys, when I first release a workshop schedule, not on a COVID year, but when I first release a workshop schedule for the upcoming year, it's like a bonanza.
You know, I got a special talent.
Yes, you do. And it takes talent to make money. But it takes brains to keep it, Miles.
I'm like, hey, should I go buy a car? Hey, should I go buy a camera? Should I go? Whatever. No, I have to save my money because as a creative, that's got to last me throughout the year.
My emergency stash.
So whatever you're doing, take into account that those rainy day funds really do matter.
I'm going to teach you to hate spending money. I'm going to make you so sick of spending money that the mere sight of it will make you want to throw up.
And in our industry, it's usually feast or famine. If you're watching this, right now is COVID. And I have friends, I have people who've come and assisted me at shoots and like, dude, this is awesome, man. I'm making unemployment. I'm living it. I have unemployment for 1.5 years. I'm like, oh my gosh, that must be nice. But my follow-up to this person was, what are you doing right now? Are you playing or are you plotting?
Now I want you to go home and look at your lives tonight and ask yourself, do I want better?
And that's something that we have to think about. And I know it sounds like something your dad would sit you down if you're a young kid and say, hey, this is what you need to do. But it really is. So use this time of us all being at home to plot your future success. Get out there and update your portfolio. Renovate your website. If you're a wedding photographer, I mean, you could be shooting the insides of venues right now. There's a lot of things you guys could be doing out there to plot your future success instead of just playing and laying around during COVID. Because playing and laying around, it's fun, but it gets old. And once this whole COVID thing is over, because eventually it will end, you're going to regret not plotting your success.
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about 15 minutes of real, actual work.
I hope that's helped, guys. If you want to hear like a longer version of this, go to my podcast, chaselanier.com/podcast, episode 10. My personal workshop schedule for the next year is going to come out soon as we know how the world is opened up once this COVID nightmare is over. So until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams. Find a rig that works for you, and remember, you only have one chance to get it right. We'll talk to you guys later.